Yo, what's up guys? Beastie here, back again with another No NFT Town Store build. This one's for the upcoming competition on September 16, 2025, which is going to be the dry rub meta. And right off the bat, I'm just gonna give you a warning. This build is running on a tight balance. One mistake can ruin the balance of your build, so I need you guys to uh, really understand the build, because it's going to be a disaster once your build falls out of balance, and you don't want that to happen. So make sure to watch everything up until the end. And yeah, without further ado, let me break down the build for you guys. So this one was actually easy for me to put together because it's super similar to my roasted garlic build. I just made a few adjustments to maximize the two rivers we got in this biome. So here's the breakdown. So as you can see here, we maximized the river here. We didn't use any ponds for our crops. We only used ponds for the gasoline setup here because we needed the water pumps, and we also used ponds for our barns because we didn't place them on the river. So yeah, we have 2, 4, 5, and then 6 ponds. And as usual, we're gonna try to use as less roads as possible, but for this one we extended the road a bit more farther to this side because we want to enable these tractors to grab the salt brines a bit quicker. We definitely have more windmills for this build because dry rub needs extra salt and sugar, and we also have peppermints here as well. We have 2, which is more than enough. We're actually overproducing peppermint. We have 2 Italian restaurants to make roasted garlic. We have 3 bakeries to make butter. Just basically the same build counts from the roasted garlic build. We have 1 spice lab here, which is gonna make the dry rub. So we only need 1, and they are connected to this road, which is going to the silos and to the storehouses right here. So yeah, for the windmills, I'm just gonna show you guys on the visualizer which ones are making salt and which ones are making sugar. I'm not gonna go through them one by one, but I think the most important part of this build is this oil pump right here. So we only have 1 oil pump, and we're producing 9 gas per hour. So we don't really sell that much items for this town. There's very few items to sell, and this is also like a super tightly balanced town, so we don't really overproduce that many items for us to sell. So 1 oil pump is definitely enough. As you can see, we have 20 gasoline here stacked that are not being used despite having 1 oil pump, or one oil pump. If you don't have a crude oil NFT, I highly suggest don't go too crazy overproducing stuff if you're gonna tweak this build, because you're gonna run out of fuel fast, and once you run out of gasoline, your town is basically dead at that point. You might end up waking up or loading a town that has full storage because your town is just not making enough gas to sell everything, right? So you have to watch out for that. Okay, so let me show you the numbers. This build we're making 8.8 per hour. Technically we do have enough stuff to make 9 per hour, like a flat rate of 9. But this is Town Star, there's no such thing as perfect balance. So yeah, that's probably the reason why. And I think we need 135 butter to make a flat rate of 9. And right now we're at 134.7, so we're like 0.3 away from 135, which sucks because it's just teasing us to get that flat rate of 9 per hour. But yeah, it is what it is. There's definitely room for improvement here. You just need to like watch the town a bit more and understand the balance. You need 270 to make a flat rate of 9, and you're overproducing it a little bit by 1. And I believe we need 296 salt to make 9 per hour. So that's basically what's holding it back. It's also the reason why we're like a little bit low on butter, because we're overproducing milk a little bit by one. And yeah, as a result, roasted garlic will also follow, which is 44.95. We're overproducing salt. We only need 162.49 per hour, and it's 166, so that's good. Another woodshed here. I already explained why you need a woodshed on the build. I'm not gonna go over it again. I'm pretty sure you guys already know it at this point if you've been watching the previous builds. We lost some wood because we're overproducing wood, and we're not auto selling wood as well because we were running tight on gas. It will increase the chance of like you running out of gas, so I just didn't auto sell them. And speaking of auto sell, I'm gonna show you what I've been auto selling here. I put everything at 10 except for garlic, which is 13, and I believe I also put 13 for peppermint. We also set brine to auto sell 15, to auto sell at 15, and sugarcane set at 15, and everything else is just set to auto sell at 10. And yeah, we didn't auto sell wood. So now let's check out the visualizer. Take a screenshot of the build if you want, but remember I update my visualizers whenever I make tweaks, so the ones floating around online might not always be 100% accurate. But yeah, this right here, this is the full build. This is what you need to copy to get the same rates. And okay, so this is the visualizer build. We have 63 salt fields, 41 meadows, 38 windmills. And speaking of windmills, we have 14 windmills making sugar, and then 24 windmills making salt. So these are all red timers. The way we position them is that the one next to the main road right here, the windmills close to the next to the main roads are going to make salt, except for this ones here, but they're still pretty close to the main road. So yeah, those are salt. We also have 4 more salts in here, and then the rest will be sugar, the ones that are the farthest from the silo and and they're not connected to this main road right here, will be the ones that are gonna make sugar. And it's more important to place the salt windmills to the main road because again they need 2 wood, and they collect more materials, like 4 brines, compared to the sugar windmills that only takes 3 sugar canes and 1 wood. So it's more efficient to place them this way. So we should stick to this positioning of windmills because it's more optimal. 13 trees. Actually, I believe we need 14 on this one. Yeah, I think we have 14. We definitely need 14 because 13 is not gonna be enough. Yeah, so we basically have 62 salt fields and 14 tree farms. Because we cannot underproduce wood. Like we have to always overproduce wood no matter what, to maintain the balance for our windmills, and also for our cows, because we need the ATVs to like grab the wood. Because imagine if more loggers are like walking to fetch wood for this milk barns, it's gonna take them a long time, right? So we want the ATVs to do that job because they're just sleeping anyway. So yeah, you have to make sure that you always like fill the lumber yard with wood. That's why we also don't. That's also the reason why we don't auto sell wood, because we want to make sure there's always wood on the yard, so that the ATVs will fetch them. It creates that snowball effect where your loggers do less walking and they end up cutting more wood, cutting more trees, and your town will have more wood. That's just basically it. So yeah, we have 2 silos, 2 storehouses. So yeah, I guess that's it. That's basically what the build looks like. Pretty simple. I'm gonna leave a link on the description down below for you, so you can download this JSON file. Actually, I might have to forgot it, so let me just save this. Alright, so this is the visualizer. I'm gonna put a download link for this so you guys can just load it and access this build. Just go to townstarplanner.online for those who are new to the game, who have not used visualizers yet. This is what the website is. I'm also gonna put a link on the description down below for this visualizer site. So yeah, that's the full build. If you liked it, hit that like button and share this video with your Townstar friends. And if you want access to builds I don't always post on YouTube, so I highly suggest you guys join the math Discord. Sometimes I'm just too lazy to make a video, but I'll drop exclusive no NFT layouts there. The link will be on the description. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Good luck in the competition. Hope you dominate the competition. Peace out.